Hello everyone from Tarboro, North Carolina, the Tarboro Municipal Stadium. Well, we finally have a stream up and going, and I am so glad we could be with all of you here tonight. Game one was an exciting one. We're on game two of a doubleheader between the Edenton Steamers and Tarboro River Bandits. Adam Fine, myself, Ray Dunn, taking you through the action. We want to apologize for not getting up on the air in the first game. Wi-Fi struggles, technological struggles here at Tarboro. We'd like to thank the Folk family and their data plan for getting us up on the air right now. Tonight's viewing experience is not going to be the smoothest in terms of video. The video will be choppy. We hope that the audio doesn't get choppy throughout the entire thing, but we want to get you some sort of product here and a chance to watch your Steamers. Adam, run us through a little bit of that first game.
Well, the home run told the story. Jacob Mustang, 3-run shot. Joe Haney, 2-run shot. And Jackson Hipp with a 3-run shot. And they did not look back, and pitching was sensational for the Steamers.
Yes, the pitching was sensational once again. They've earned themselves some batting practice. Again, another shutout. Last 4 games, they've only allowed 6 runs in that span. The pitching staff has been fantastic. You mentioned the homers. Haney, Hipp, Mustang all getting their due. For Haney, we've been teasing it for a couple of days. He finally gets his first home run this season. Now, the important part of that game, what it did for the standings. A 10-0 victory for the Steamers puts them just a game and a half back of the Tarboro River Bandits with 2 more left in this set of 4. The one tonight and the one tomorrow night, home at historic Hicks Field. Overall, looking at the overall picture, 11 games left for the Steamers in divisional play. 6 of them against Tarboro, one of those 6 about to happen. For Tarboro, only 8 games left in the division play. As it's getting closer to the end, it seems like this team's hitting its stride.
Yeah, exactly. 1.5 games back now, and they've been very strong pitching-wise and hitting-wise. I don't see any way it's going to stop here tonight and in the future for the Steamers.
Absolutely, and now looking at these two teams, who they're throwing out on the mound. Left-hander for the Steamers, it is Clark Dearman getting the start. Left-hander Spencer Ambrose got the start in the first game, pitched 3 scoreless. Dearman allowed 6 in his last start, but got through a very gutsy 5 innings. What do you expect from him?
Well, I expect him to be aggressive. This is a high mound here at this ballpark, so your velocity seems faster, and that's only going to help Clark Dearman, so he should be strong tonight.
Absolutely. On the other side, it's Russell Derbyshire for the Tarboro River Bandits. Let's run you through their lineup really quick. We've talked plenty about Anthony Sherwin. He bats the leadoff, and he will be playing a shortstop. Will Smith, the second baseman, batting second. Michael Dolberry's hit some solid baseballs in these couple of games between these two teams. He's batting third. Ben Jones in the cleanup spot. Levi Aguila catching, and in the 5th slot, Nick Hussey, the left fielder, batting 6th. Kendall Pearson in right field, batting 7th. Pete Cosentino batting 8th. And playing first base, Jackson Cherry, the designated hitter, batting at 9th. Now looking at this Steamers lineup, what you will see first in this game, Hunter Cole batting leadoff, bit of a change for him. He's in right field. Alan Brown batting second, and catcher getting a chance to go today. Joe Haney at second base, batting third. Jackson Hipp in center field, batting fourth. Casey Hare at shortstop, batting 5th. Josh Pernetti over at third base, batting 6th. Jacob Mustang over at first base, batting 7th. Ryan Kay in the 8th spot in left field, and Daniel Rutherford, designated hitter, batting 9th. Overall, looking at that lineup, what are you thinking, Adam?
Well, it's a little different. Once again, Rutherford making a second start hitting, and Ryan Kay, a new addition to the lineup tonight, but hitting is contagious, so it should roll over to game 2 for the Steamers.
And we'll see what they have in game 2 tonight. Again, we're glad to just have a stream up to you. We thank the Folk family and their phone data plan for us being able to get on the air. It's a little loud. We're outside the press box. The connection's not great, but we're on the air, and that's what counts. Steamers, River Bandits coming at you. Second game of the doubleheader on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel when we come back. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Tarboro Municipal Stadium here in Tarboro, North Carolina. The River Bandits and Steamers getting after it for the second game of this doubleheader. Hunter Cole leading off against Russell Derbyshire in the first pitch, missing 1-0. Adam Fine alongside myself, Ray Dunn. We're trying to get a stream to you. We understand the video is pretty choppy. We're working off of a hotspot here. The Wi-Fi here not really reaching us. And that's why we couldn't have a stream in the first game. We're trying as best we can to get something to you at home to watch. And please keep us in the loop about the way we look, the way we sound. If things are just unwatchable, unlistenable, we will make adjustments as we need. Hunter Cole ahead 2-1. Cole, a couple of walks, single, stolen base in game one. And again, a 10-0 victory. And pretty much everyone was hitting.
Yeah, everyone got a piece of the action, but it was the long ball that proved to be the difference. 2 3-run home runs and a 2-run home run from Joe Haney. I mean, when you hit the ball like that, you're going to win no matter what. And just like the Steamers made some adjustments to their lineup for game 2, we might have to make adjustments with the stream, so keep us in the loop. Hunter Cole drawing a big 3-2 walk. First time in the leadoff spot, but seems to know what he's doing so far.
Yes. Statistically, makes a lot of sense, leading the team in on-base percentage. Today, when I was going through the game notes, he now leads in every notch we've got. So average, on-base, slugging, home runs, RBIs. He's got everything now.
The Triple Crown. Last Triple Crown in Steamers history. Well, last year, Houston Wright.
I was going to say, I feel like that happened pretty recently.
Yeah.
Alan Brown up at the dish, ahead 1-0. Pitch outside, and for Brown, getting a start at catcher. Nice to see him back out there after dealing with the concussion.
You are right about that. AB working really hard on his swing, and obviously an outstanding defensive catcher, so things should be on the upswing for him coming back from a concussion.
2-0. Ground ball slowly over to third. Throw to second. There's one. Throw to first. Not in time. And getting out, but runner still aboard for the Steamers. Brown over there at first base.
Well, he may be a catcher, but AB can run. Shows right there.
That'll bring up Joe Haney, and we talked about it about the last 2-3 games. We're like, I can't believe Joe Haney doesn't have a home run yet.
Well, yeah, so today I went up to the dugout to hang out, and I said, Joe, it's time, bud. It's time to hit your first home run. You've been smoking it really well lately. Swing looks good. It's time to hit one over the fence. First at bat, say no more.
Yes, and that really set the tone for that entire game. From that,
Yeah, well, that home run was the difference. And then they added 8 extra for insurance.
yeah, why not? One in the dirt, 1-1, and mentioned in the open just how dominant these pitchers have been. They have allowed just 7 runs. Misspoke in the open. 7 runs in the last 4 games. Still, that 1 extra run is still very impressive, what they've been able to pull off. And the 1-1 kicking off the catch. That one going to roll itself. That one looks like it had gotten itself into the Steamers' dugout. Catcher able to get to it.
Quite the play there to save it. That saves a base. And now Joe Haney is still in need of a base knock to score AB.
That one looked pretty close to me in
Yeah.
that dugout.
A little sliding play over there in the corner. I know you can't
Yeah.
see that on the broadcast, but I don't know. I was impressed.
Yeah, Gila doing the most to prevent AB being just 90 feet away from scoring. Haney now the 2-1 to him. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Haney getting a chance today at second base.
Multi-threat, Joe Haney. Left field, third base, home run hitter, second base, 3-hitter, 4-hitter. Man.
A lot's happened in this defensive line today. We'll get to that when we see the Steamers in the field as he fouls off the 2-2. Certainly unique from what you would expect from this roster at the beginning of the season.
Well, with this roster, I mean, you need to have versatility. You need to be unique because of all the injuries that the Steamers have had. You got to move people around and make adjustments through that as a result. This is the team to have injuries, if you were to say it like that, because they're very versatile.
Haney ground this one over first. It's at least going to move Brown to third. The toss to first gets him. And there are 2 away and a runner now 90 feet away for the Steamers.
Well, now you got Jackson Hipp. 2 hits last game and a long ball. He's starting to really swing it, and this would be an opportune time to continue that.
So for those who have been longtime viewers of us, they know that Jackson Hipp and I both are in the same host family. Ray and Ed Ohlert, thank you guys so much for letting us stay. But today we're sitting over breakfast. Jackson comes down and he's like, Ray, you know what I found out today? It's like, my line drive percentage is higher than my average. How can that possibly be? Just a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck, hitting it where they ain't. It's not really listening to that MO there, but it worked out last night.
This time he's hitting one where they ain't. This one deep to left field. One hops off the wall. Brown scores. Steamers take a 1-0 lead. Hipp into second base. And that double gives the Clams the lead.
Well, that'll help boost the average and the line drive percentage right there. Nice rip by Hipp. Had to stick his bat out on the outside corner. Gets it done. And the Steamers, not a stranger to the scoring in the first inning today. Then in the game 1 and now in game 2.
Jumping out to that early lead, and it's just something about this team right now. Things seem to be clicking.
Chip on their shoulder.
Derbyshire, his first pitch to Casey Hare is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Hare. Very content with just throwing and breaking balls. I don't know if they've seen him barrel a few up and are not looking to give him anything to hit with the runner in scoring position.
Well, the Steamers had a lot of guys play well in game 1, and Casey Hare was definitely one of them. Nice base knock in the first for him.
And they're 1-2, and for Hare, you alluded to it. Couple of hits in that first game, on base 3 different times. So they're aware.
On base machine.
And he's right up there with Hunter Cole and neck in that leaderboard. 1-2. That one gonna bounce.
Good check swing there by Casey Hare.
Josh Pernetti awaiting the on-deck circle. And now the 2-2 to Hare. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that will do it for the top of the first. 1 hit for the Steamers, 1 run. They leave 1. A Jackson Hipp double gives them the lead. It's 1-0 Clams. Bottom half of the first inning coming up on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Anthony Sherwin leading it off for the Tarboro River Bandits. So we start this bottom of the first inning. A Jackson hip double, giving the Steamers a 1-0 lead in the first. Clark Dearman on the mound for the Steamers. His first pitch is low, 1-0. You are tuned into the River Bandits and Steamers, brought to you by Brett Folks Hotspot. As this one lined into center field, jumping Haney not able to get to it, and Sherwin's aboard with nobody out.
Well, if Joe Haney was 6'4", maybe, but not quite. Good hit there by Sherman. That started off for the River Bandits.
Will Smith coming to the dish. And for Dearman. And a mainstay in this rotation since his arrival, a little bit later than most due to Presbyterian's run to the regionals.
It's nice of him to hang out in the booth with us last night. You can get you a guy that can do both, right? Chat it up in the booth and chug 90 plus in the mound.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice combination of talents to have. I thought you were just going to say play baseball. I was going to say that's a self-serving compliment there. As Smith lifts this one to right center hip coming on, makes the catch, and there is one away.
Well, I appreciate that, Ray, that you thought it was about me when it comes to playing baseball, but I'll take what I can get. Good catch there by Hip.
Michael Dolberry coming to bat. And grounds the first one to third. Pernetti's got it. The throw to second, there's one. Throw to first, not in time, and there are two away.
We got the lead runner. That was the goal. Pernetti took a little too much time there at third base with a little double clutch, and that's what led Dolberry to beat it out. But still what you're looking for if you're Clark Dearman, a ground ball. He's pitching well.
Yeah, that's just going to be some of the growing pains with everyone moving around in the field. Pernetti getting used to being over there at third base. I venture to say he probably hasn't played a ton of third base in the last year or so, as Dearman's first pitch is low to Ben Jones.
Yeah, third base isn't something you just learn overnight. It's quite the position right there, the hot corner. Regardless of how athletic you are, it's sometimes tough to make an adjustment like that.
Now this one to Hare at short, toss over to Haney, and that will do it for the inning. So a hit got this inning started. The River Bandits will leave one score, none. We head to the second inning. Clams up 1-0 on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us here at Tarboro Municipal Stadium here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Adam Fine, myself, Ray Dunn. This is the second game of a doubleheader. We couldn't get the first game streamed to you. Again, we apologize for that. Steamers win that one 10-0. They've won 2 in a row against this Tarboro River Bandits team. Are now just 1.5 back of Tarboro in the Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division standings, which means if they're able to take care of business in this game, they will go into tomorrow night with a chance to take first place at historic Hicks Field against these River Bandits. First pitch into Josh Pernetti in there for a strike. 0-1. Russell Derbyshire still on the mound.
Well, someone who had a nice impact in game 1 yesterday of this 4-game quick series is the man up to bat, Josh Pernetti. Quite the night last night. He said he kind of blacked out and had no idea how to act because he's never done something that cool before. Walk-off grand slam. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know how to make the correct call. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
1-1 to him. He's fouled it off, and I asked him today when he was getting on the bus if you come down from cloud 9, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I've lived it. I've enjoyed it."
To cloud 8 now, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And we had the conversation off the air before this of, I was thinking about that call, that the end of that game, him hitting that grand slam all night, pretty much. 1-2.
Yeah, Ray, you killed it. I had a little stutter at the end, but I know people aren't really necessarily focused on our calls, more Josh Pernetti.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. The show's not about us.
Exactly.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Pernetti now going to try and get down to first. The throw gets him, and there is one away.
The first baseman, number 31.
But that's a huge development for this team. Pernetti just really coming into his own as a hitter in multiple facets. We knew the power was there, but now seeing pitches and taking what's given to him.
Exactly. That home run, the grand slam, last night was on 2 strikes. That's very impressive, especially to work the count with hitting and fouling off speed and then taking advantage of the fastball that he got. And even in game 1 of today's doubleheader, Josh Pernetti single up the middle, 2 strikes. He's starting to really come into his own and become a complete hitter.
Someone this team is looking for to get it going is Jacob Mustaine, who definitely is on his way to it with that 3-run home run to dead center in the first game. 1-1 to him now. Skies this one. Sherwin, step off, and that one's going to go into left field, and it's caught. I don't know how he thought that was coming to him.
Yeah, well, lucky enough for Sherwin there at short. He had no idea where it was, but luckily enough it wasn't hit to him, so he gets off the hook there.
And did a good job of misdirecting us, misdirecting the ballpark.
Got me a little excited.
Yeah. Yes, there was a play last night, the game between these two teams, that a ball dropped between shortstop and left field. Big one that let Joe Haney on base and eventually led to the grand slam. Ryan Kay up to bat, 0-1. 1-1 now to Kay, and we haven't seen a ton of Kay recently. Back in the lineup for the second game. He's in 233, a 320 on base percentage with a home run and 8 RBIs. 1-1 in there for a strike.
Okay, got to be aggressive here. 2 strikes, even though there's 2 outs. He's big fly potential, so every at bat matters, especially in these 7-inning games.
The 1-2. Called, third strike on the outer portion of the plate. And that will set down Kay. Steamers go down 1-2-3. No hits, no runs. We head to the bottom of the second here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. We'll be back from Tarboro. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the River Bandits. Before we get back to baseball, do you have a slow computer, broken cell phone? Get personal professional help at Edenton IT, located at 203 South Broad Street, right here in downtown Edenton, for all your computer and cell phone repair needs. Again, that's Edenton IT, 203 South Broad Street in downtown Edenton. Levi Aguila. Chance to bat now for the River Bandits. And the first pitch from Clark Dearman is low, 1-0.
Check this out, Ray. I just realized this is the Presbyterian College connection. Clark Dearman, Alan Brown. First time we've seen this all season.
2-0. 2-0 pitch, foul back, 2-1. And yes, they do have some familiarity with one another. You'd imagine they've definitely had the connection before at school, at least throwing bullpens and working with one another. 2-1. And think that this would be a combination Marshall McDonald will roll with going forward, so they could see one another.
Well, yeah, definitely. You know, it goes unnoticed sometimes, but the connection a pitcher and catcher have are very important.
2-2, missing outside, and nothing I think sticks out to me more than when I was young and the Phillies had those 4 aces and all of them loved Carlos Ruiz so much. It's, you know, if you find a catcher that you enjoy throwing to, that you trust, it makes a world of difference. You're a Bull Durham fan.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Kevin Costner's the man back there. And especially, you know, Roy Halladay actually got a replica of his Cy Young Award and gave it to Carlos Ruiz.
Yes.
So Clark Dearman can lower his ERA a little bit. He'd have definitely a chance for the Steamers' Cy Young Award winner because he has a lot of strikeouts.
Yes, he does. He was just in the contention with Daniel Willey for that top spot in terms of strikeouts for this team. First pitch now to Nick Hussey, foul back.
It's a tight race, right, with pretty much everything going on, especially Cy Young. And even MVP when it comes to offense. I'd say Hunter Cole right now leading the Triple Crown, but Pernetti is slowly catching him, slowly kind of creeping his way in there. Joe Haney especially is in that conversation.
1-1 pop to the air, foul territory on the left side. Pernetti giving chase, and that one's going to fall. 1-2. Hussey also started in the first game this evening. As the River Bandits have kept us somewhat of a similar core with Will Smith, Michael Dolberry, Anthony Sherwin, and Nick Hussey in their games so far. Similar to Steamers, you'll see a couple of guys almost every game, and then
Yeah, that's the 1-2-3 we saw rolled out last night.
2-2 now, a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there's one away.
That's a way to add to the strikeout total right there. Clark Dearman, nice outside fastball.
48, Kendall Pearson.
And I know the two of you had a lot of fun last night. If you could pick a highlight from your little players-only event between the two of you, those 3 innings you guys got to call together.
Well, I'll get 2 highlights for you. Kind of a silly highlight and a real highlight. The silly highlight's got to come from when Jacob Bishrot pieced one to center field off the Teal Monster, the top of the Teal Monster in center, the deepest part of the ballpark. And I said, oh, and it's gone. And then I said, oh, not quite, as it hit the top of the wall. And then Jacob Bishrot ended up with a double. So that was kind of funny. It's my first play-by-play moment. But with Clark especially, it's got to be when we were going crazy over Hunter Cole and talking about how amazing he was. After the game, me and Clark showed Hunter Cole highlights of us, you know, talking nicely about him, and he definitely liked it.
He's going to get through into left field, a base hit. Bit of an aggressive turn. Aguila thought about 3. Clark Dearman realizing no one's at third base. Good job. Heads up from him. Run over to go cover. 2 on now with 1 out. Very good mood amongst that team last night after the game, hanging out, dugout, post-game eats.
Yeah, it was quite the show. Josh Brunetti was obviously feeling himself, as he should. And I think the rest of the team, I remember talking in the group chat, we were all just, some of the guys that were with the team and left were saying, oh man, I miss you guys, and how awesome it was to watch that game. I think it was because of Brunetti, not because of our beautiful voices, but it doesn't matter. It was still a great team morale last night. The office, we were hanging out there post-game. That was a good time. So Edenton was rocking last night.
Edenton was rocking. Clark Dearman's 1-0, a swing and a miss, 1-1. Pete Constantino, the first baseman, he had a chance to bat, and this is the type of energy you're looking for. To get in these dog days, you're going to need the team to kind of be picking each other up when you might be tired, especially a day like today after camp. 1-1, swing, and that one's going to get off the glove of Brown. Both runners will move up. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, team chemistry is huge, and it always starts to kick in during the dog days, makes the dog days go by a lot smoother. And I definitely think last night was a big step in that regard. And it's huge coming into this Tarboro series because Tarboro and Edenton don't like each other too much, on the field at least. And whatever brings you together is definitely team chemistry, and that shows results on the field as well.
Absolutely, and I just alluded to it, but them having kids camp today, 124 kids, amazing. But for some of these guys, it's been quite the day. Got to be there for 9 o'clock start, 2 games, run around with the kids. I'm tired just thinking about it.
Well, exactly. You know, Casey Hare, I was sitting next to him on the bus, and he said his second energy drink of the day.
Oof.
So that's quite the diet. He said, man, I need it after coaching the kids all day and then having to come ball out for 2 games today.
And I'd say they brought their energy the first go around. And
yeah, the energy drink paid off for Casey Hare. Quite the game 1.
Yeah, and so far it looks like they got the energy going for game 2. Tarboro with a little bit more of it. 2 hits already in this one. I think only mustered up 4 by the end of the first game. The portion for us that was difficult between Spencer Ambrose and Cole Bates, who was no hit first 5 innings of that doubleheader. Again, only 7 innings in these doubleheaders. Full count pitch, foul back.
Well, I talked to him separate topic. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
But I talked to Clark Dearman in the booth last night about what's it like when you have a 3-2 count and the hitter keeps on fouling pitches off, and he's facing that right now. He says he's just got to stay composed.
And he does there, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's 2 away.
Well, it's important to do what you preach, and there you go for Hunter. There you go for Clark Dearman. But yeah, it's a no-hit bid into the 5th. The Tarboro bats that were silenced when they usually, I mean, historically against the Steamers this season, they have done very well at their home stadium. So it's unusual to see them as quiet as they were in game 1.
First pitch, Jackson Cherry in there for a strike, and you are 100% correct on that. 8 runs the first time that Edenton made the trip down here. 10 runs the second time. This one chopped foul. 0-2. This is just the 3rd trip to Tarboro so far. There is 1 more on the schedule. You got to go all the way to July 26th, and with the postponed game still lingering, you have to think that'll end up being a doubleheader between these 2 squads. Dearman's 0-2, low and away, 1-2.
Solid waste there by Dearman.
In this situation, down 1-2 in the count, what are you looking to do with the bat while you got runners in scoring position?
Choke up, put the ball in play, see what happens.
2, he puts the ball in play, sends this one to center field. Hip going back to the wall, and he makes the catch, falling into the wall. That will do it for the second inning. The River Bandits put 2 in scoring position, and Jackson Hip makes the play to get out of it. Steamers coming to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel with the third inning. Welcome back to Tarboro. Daniel Rutherford, the 9-hitter, leading off this inning. Hunter Cole, Allen Brown, waiting in the wings, due up as we get going. Jackson Hip, how about that catch to end the inning?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about awards, Cy Young, MVP offensively, and Cy Young. I mean, yeah, I said Cy Young, and Gold Glove. I mean, Jackson Hip just raised his stock last inning.
He and Chase Bruto, man. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Exactly.
Shire's first pitch, Rutherford's in there for a strike. Rutherford made the elusive batting stat sheet for today's game. Notice he fouls that one off, 0-2. So now he's officially a hitter in the eyes of the people who collect our media notes, which would be.
I was getting ready to go on the bus, and DR came up to me and said, "Man, you were talking smack about my speed." I said, "Hey, man, listen, we have never seen you run, so you had to assume, since he was a pitcher, that he wasn't the fastest." But then I said, maybe watch a little more, and when you score at home, I compliment you. And he said, "Yeah, man, just messing," but it's funny to hear him pay attention to all that.
1-2, swing and miss. He has struck out. I warned you of that yesterday when you were coming at him. I said this was going to be Mustang all over again.
Hey, listen, I appreciate him coming up to me face to face and expressing his concern. I said I'll try and do better tonight.
Early trend to keep your eye on. Steamers have struck out 4 times already, and I know we love to hammer home in this broadcast about making contact, putting the ball in play. Now it's been a struggle at times for this team as Hunter Cole takes a strike.
Yeah, especially at this field, too. The previous meetings that Steamers have had at Tarboro have gone poorly when it comes to the strikeout. Well, in terms of maybe in June, but earlier in Game 1, no struggles whatsoever.
Cole quickly behind 0-2. You're not kidding about that first game. By a quick count, only 4 in that entire game in terms of strikeouts.
Yeah, I told Marshall McDonald, if we can strike out less than 14 times in the total 14 innings, we're going to win both easily. And, well, I was right. I'm 1 for 1.
1 for 1. 0-2. Foul back. And while we talk about winning both, winning 1 is a good day. Winning 2 is a great day here. Can't get overzealous at times with the amount of games you expect to win in a 4-game set. Getting 3 is good. It works you picking up 2 games in the standings, as Cole is going to take this one into right center. This one rolling and cut off. Cole around first, thinking about it, and headed on back to first. Really well hit single.
Phenomenal swing by Hunter Cole. Curveball, low near his shins. He got down and got it and smoked it. The speedy Cole was looking for second, but, you know, pump the brakes. Let Alan Brown hit you around.
And that will bring up Alan Brown, grounder fielder's choice first time.
Alan Brown hit you around. Kind of rhymes.
You're a poet. Did you know it? You didn't know it? Okay, he didn't know he was a poet. It's okay. We tried.
It's all right.
Brown, right now, just getting up to bat for only less than 25 times so far this summer due to the concussion. He's got a pair of hits, but just needs to get those ABs up. No pun intended with AB.
Ah,
Yeah.
look at us, man.
1-1, Cole going, and Aguila just going to lose the handle on the ball. Cole into second base, and he just really wants to expand that lead in steals.
Yeah, exactly. Hot potato back there behind the plate. Hunter Cole takes advantage. Well, smart of him not to try and stretch it for a double on his hit, because he knows he can just take second the old-fashioned way.
Derbyshire giving him a look back now, and the 2-1-2 Brown is in there for strike 2 and 2. Joe Haney awaiting on deck. And Cole going once again. Brown going to pop this one in there foul, and Cole will have to make his way on back to second base.
Like to see Hunter Cole being aggressive, especially with 1 out. He gets to third. It makes AB's life a lot easier. That foul ball hit the top of the deck here. Startled me a little bit. I don't know about you.
I don't get scared.
You don't get scared?
No.
Never?
No. Never.
You never had a nightmare or anything?
Not once. Could not be me. And clearly Cole now in the mind of Derbyshire. Seen him take off, and he got a really good jump on the last one.
I mean, I'm not even pitching. I got Hunter Cole on my mind.
And the 2-2 taken down the line. That's a fair ball. Cole around third. He's going to come in to score. Brown headed to second base. He slides in there. An RBI double for Alan Brown. Doubles the Steamers' lead. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back 2-strike hits. Very impressive. Great swing. On that same curveball, Alan Brown. He said, I might not be able to steal second base like Hunter Cole, so why not stretch it into a double?
Joe Haney, ground out, first time up. How about these Steamer bats? Jumping out early and often again in this game now as Haney takes one for a ball, 1-0. And we were talking about the stakes a little bit before Hunter Cole's hit. What taking 3 of 4 in the series would mean. You'd be 2.5 back. Take 4 of 4. You will be, excuse me, you take 3 of 4, you're 1.5 back. Take all 4, you're a half back. And no, I've talked myself into a pretzel here. It's okay.
Here, I can figure it out for you, Ray. Check this out.
You got it,
When
Adam.
you win 3 of 4, you're 1.5 back. Wait, if you win 4 of 4, you're a half game up.
That is correct. That's where I was going with that. You're 1.5 back. You're a half up if you win 4 of 4. Yes, okay.
Okay, we figured it out. Sorry.
Our math, yeah, we told you we're not math majors, and we had that scenario written out in the notes, and it's somewhere in here, but You have to understand, 2-1 taken into right field. That's a base hit. Brown will hold up at third. Runners on the corners with one away.
Another phenomenal swing. That's the third straight hit off the curveball. That was almost at Joe Haney's toes, and he just kind of golfed it out to right. Marshall McDonald holding AB over there at third, and now we'll have a meeting at the mound.
Jackson Hipp, last time up, RBI double, brought home Brown. And to kind of let everyone in at home on how this broadcast came to be, we were without Wi-Fi for the first game, unable to get anything going. Went down, pitching coach Brett Folk, your roommate, doing us a huge favor, giving us the hot spot to use. So we were able to get that, and then it became a sprint to get everything set up properly. 30 minutes between games. It happened.
Ray, you pulled it off, man. I got to give all the credit to you.
I'm sweating even more now. It's a hot night here already.
We're sweating enough, man.
Yeah, I'm sweating now, but we got it up on the ground. So maybe that'll explain the jumble brain there for all the standings. But
I'll tell you what, I might have to cook dinner for Brett Folk one of these nights after stealing his hot spot for a little bit.
Hipp fouled the first one off, 0-1. So to finish the conversation about the stakes.
Yes.
Because we were there and we got off on that. Steamers.
We like to get off on a tangent.
Yes,
sometimes.
we always do. Steamers, 11 games left in division play, including this one. So 10 after tonight. 6 of them, including this one against Tarboro. 5 of them against Greenbrier. So it'll be an even 5-5 split after this. Being a game and a half back right now, they win this one just a half game back with first place on the line tomorrow night. They don't, then you're playing to just get that game and a half back, or to get back to being a game and a half back tomorrow night. Tarboro only 8 games left, including tonight in the division. So there's room to be made up just in the sheer volume of games. But a series like this leading into this stretch, Adam,
Right.
is huge. Huge for this team. Obviously in the numbers, but just in the psyche of beating up on a team that, quite frankly, Tarboro had their number early in the season.
Well, I mean, you said it, to be leading in the series. If the Steamers were to sweep this, not only would they be leading in the series, they're leading in momentum, and momentum is huge. A game and a half, a game, a half a game, you know, that's not a big difference. However, momentum can be a big difference, and so far, the Steamers have capitalized on that momentum piece.
And looking at the rest of the schedule, Saturday a trip to Wilmington, and then Sunday it's the big bad doubleheader against Greenbrier, which this team has just not figured out yet.
Yeah, a couple splits.
This one going to be caught as Hipp just got under it, floated out to Sherwin, who makes the catch. There are 2 away now for Casey Hare.
We'll see if this energy drink paid off extra here. Casey Hare tucking in his right blinker right there. But yeah, the Greenbrier doubleheader, that's the puzzle that the Steamers have not quite put together yet. But they seem to be put together a lot of other different puzzles so far this season. Peninsula, Morehead City Marlins, and now it's Tarboro in this stretch so far.
Derbyshire's first pitch is grounded to second. Fielded clean, throw to first in time to get him, and that will do it for the inning, but not before the Steamers plate one. And Alan Brown RBI double brings home Hunter Cole. 1 run, 3 hits, and there were 2 left. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Tarboro Municipal Stadium. Top of the order, coming to bat for this River Bandits squad. Steamers added one in the top half of this inning. Alan Brown, an RBI double. He's behind the plate catching, and on the mound still Clark Dearman. His first pitch misses 1-0. And we got a trivia question here for you tonight.
Ooh, trivia.
Yes, absolutely. With the win today, Steamers now 16-10. The 16th win of the season for Marshall moves him into sole possession of 7th all-time in wins for a Steamers coach. The question is, who is the all-time leader in wins for Steamers coaches?
That's a phenomenal question, Ray.
So, Rush McDonald in those 2 seasons moving himself on up.
Think Matt Fine's going to look that one up and put in the right answer in the chat there?
I think he might. I think he might.
I wouldn't be surprised.
2-2 to Sherwin, who singled in the first. Fouls that one off. Swing and miss, a ball in the dirt. Brown now throwing down, and that will finish the first out of this bottom of the 3rd inning.
Sherwin's a tough hitter. Clark Dearman did a great job there.
River Bandits, the second baseman.
That first batter, the first out, is the most important of each inning, and Clark Dearman did his job.
I'll bring up Will Smith. Pitch low, 1-0. And going back to the first game, the 3 innings from Spencer Ambrose to the start were loom really large for this pitching staff. Of him coming in, settling into a groove, getting it out of the way, really. And it did allow a couple of walks, but looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, the Steamers are 2 for 2 when it comes to using their pitchers effectively. Daniel Willie going the distance in game 1, and then Spencer Ambrose doing his job with a no-hit bid in game 2 of this series. Everything's starting to go right for the Steamers.
Well, Smith, a single to right. And the breakdown of pitchers in that first game, Ambrose goes 3 innings, Cole Bates goes 2 against his former team, the River Bandits, and then Blake Gibson gets an inning, Sam Duncan gets an inning. I would imagine the hope here in this game is that Clark Dearman goes at least 5. There's Dolberry stepping in, taking a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's important, especially, it's nice that Sam Duncan and Blake Gibson each went 1, because then they should be available within the next couple of days. Maybe not for tomorrow for Tarboro, but the games against Greenbrier, you'll know they'll be up. And so, especially when the Greenbrier doubleheader has been a tough piece for the Steamers, that's going to be really important to have those arms, especially because Blake Gibson, I mean, he has been shoving lately.
0-2 from Dearman, up and away. You want to talk dark horse for pitcher of the year for this team. But Gibson might be there.
Yeah, no, 100%. That the one time he came as a starter rather than out of the pen was sensational.
Just didn't get the bite that he was looking for on that pitch, up and away. And it's now 2-2, runner moving to second.
Don't think Clark Dearman is too used to the slide step there. That one got a little away from him. Let's take a deep breath and come with a leg kick this one, most likely. Should be looking to find the zone here.
2-2. Missing inside, 3-2.
Well, Brett Folk thought he found the zone. You can hear him from the dugout. You can still hear him.
Dearman's full count offering. Upstairs, ball 4, 2 on with 1 out.
Now batting for your River Bandits, the 3rd baseman, number 6, Ben Jones.
Well, it's not a 2-0 count, but we'll have a conversation at the mound.
So I went down to the dugout yesterday during my 3 innings off, during your players-only conversation. And Brett Folk was like, "You like that mound meeting? You like that mound meeting?" The one he called in the 4th inning with Daniel Willey. And I'm sorry I wasn't on the broadcast. I couldn't give you the hype you deserve for your mound meeting last night. So we'll give him his hype now.
Yeah, we'll make the most of our second opportunity here.
So Ben Jones coming to bat, grounded into fielder's choice last time. And again, this is the Edenton Steamers Tarboro River Bandits, brought to you by Brett Folk's iPhones.
Brought to you by Hunter Cole Fan Club, as me and Clark discussed last night, and of course Brett Folk.
Literally his iPhone.
Literally.
First pitch in there for a strike.
You can hear a loud yeah from Brett Folk. I mean, I wish I could say it right back to him for the hot spot and for the encouragement to Mr. Dearman.
0-1, runner goes. Foul ball. 0-2, and that's a curious swing.
Yeah, especially when you get a great jump like that with the double steal. Weird to see a swing there, but especially on a pitch that was most likely out of the zone. We'll do it again.
Dearman now giving a look back to second. Is 0-2, ground ball. Haney trying to make the play over at second. There's one. They over to first, not in time, so they got the runner at second, adding out to the board, put runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, Papa Tom, you said you wanted the double play. Well, you have to settle for 1. They heard you. They tried it, but not quite. Haney had the range to his left, away from second base. I think that made prolonged it a little bit.
Levi Aguila. Runners on the corners. First pitch to him. Pop foul.
Good start for Dearman.
Aguila's last time up, walked, made all the way around to third base, was left there. 0-1 for Dearman. And there 0-2.
Good pitch from Clark there. Now back-to-back 0-2 counts. He can have his way here. Go with the changeup. 2 to the right-handed hitter. That's Clark says that's definitely his out pitch. Now.
0-2. Fouls that one. And
Yeah.
Clark telling you yesterday that he working towards this summer becoming a weekend star. That's his goal coming into school ball next year, trying to get his innings up. What do you see from him in the way he's kind of built up himself as a pitcher?
Well, one of the things he said, I'll use his words, is the changeup has been the biggest thing for him.
This one lifted to left center field and caught out there. Nice play ranging over into left center by Ryan Kay. He's been working on his outfield and comes in handy there. For the River Bandits, they get a hit, leave 2. Don't score any. We head to the 4th inning. Clams up 2-0 on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Tarboro. Steamers leading 2-0 over the River Bandits. Before we get back to baseball, every year the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. On Saturday, July 24th, the Steamers wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just 20 minutes from historic Hicks Field. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Josh Pernetti coming to bat now for the Steamers. Pernetti, Mustang K, 6, 7, 8 in the order.
Sounds like power, power, power to me.
And a lot of barrels between those guys. Derbyshire still on the mound, and his first pitch dropped in the zone for a strike.
Yeah, you know, that's another first pitch off speed I've seen to Pernetti. Ray, if I were a betting man, which I can't be because due to NCAA compliance, I would say that Josh Pernetti will see the minimum number of fastballs possible after what he did last night.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw him one.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here. Even before he hit that grand slam, he saw off speed for the first 2 strikes of that at bat. A lot of changeups, a lot of curveballs, sliders. Might see something even more crazy. I don't know. Fork ball. There's no such thing as that anymore. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But
to his credit, in the first game, the one base hit he had, it wasn't a nice adjustment on a curveball that came to him. So he's still able to put the baseball in play with those pitches coming out, which I think is a big sign of his growth through this season. And he is going to send this one deep to left center field. Looking up, you can kiss that baseball goodbye. A solo home run for Josh Pernetti has made it 3-0 in favor of the Clams.
Well, Ray, they might just stop pitching to him altogether. Another home run. Josh Pernetti opposite field. He's just making it look easy, man.
Oh, he's raking. He is raking right now. And he has just tied the team lead in home runs with 6.
Hunter Cole, we love you, but look out.
Ball must look like a beach ball to him right now. Well, Jacob Mustaine, your turn.
Hey, I said power, power, power for a reason. I'm 1 for 1.
Pitch to Mustaine, drops in the zone for a strike. 0-1. The freshman catcher from San Joaquin Delta College, coming all the way across the country for the summer, and so far, time well spent.
Yeah, it's paying off so far, I'll tell you that. Must feel good for Pernetti not having a college season, being able to be really successful in his first season of college baseball. And see ya.
And Jacob Mustaine was just tossed, talking to the ump, as he took a called third strike, turned around, said something to Mustaine, or said something to the umpire, and Mustaine got tossed. Now he's talking to the ump, and Marshall McDonald gonna hustle on over, break this one up.
And Mustaine must have said a word that was a no-no with umpires.
A Bull Durham reference for you.
Yep, Bull Durham.
And so that will do it for Mustaine this evening. First baseman. And
oh boy. Mustaine's just got to head in the dugout and take a seat here.
And while this has been discussing, now discussions going on between the two sides. And these two teams have seen a lot of each other this season. The intensity, especially after last night's hotly contested game, is certainly there. And
well, Ray, I tell you what, when you see a lot of someone, you tend to butt heads. I guess that's the case here, but it hasn't been the case with you and me yet, so
No.
we'll see.
No, we shall see. But conversation ensuing. Mustaine striking out 3 pitches, called out, umpire tossing him. Pitcher Russell Derbyshire having words for Mustaine. Mustaine taking exception to that. And that's what gets us here. Really quick toss from the umpire. Hearing it from Mustaine. We're back in play now with Ryan Kay up, and he grounds this one down the first base side, just a little too tall for Brett Folk.
Yeah, Brett Folk made a little jump there. Well, his vertical isn't NBA material, as we can see there. That's all right.
Derbyshire's 0-1. Swing and a miss at that one in the dirt, 0-2.
2 quick strikes on to Kay. The rest of this inning is very important with it going back and forth now with chatter on both sides. It's very important for the Steamers to keep momentum here, because they can slip away quickly.
And the 0-2 missing 1 and 2. Derbyshire thought he had him. I think Ryan Kay even had a little bit of end of that to his mind.
That was a borderline call right there, but a new life for Kay.
And he's going to shatter his bat there. Going back out to Derbyshire, and he'll get him at first. Tarboro, Coach Vince having to run out of the way of that bat just flying up into the netting. 2 away.
Number 25, Daniel Rutherford.
That bat was a flying projectile. Maybe it Hicks. That could have got someone in the dugout, but luckily we have a little more protection over here.
I'll bring up Rutherford. And now we have assistant coach from Tarboro out of the dugout, talking and checking with the ump. I guess the umpire had talked to the pitcher. He took exception to that. I think the umpire just cleared up that it wasn't anything really direct. And again, we're into July. We're into a situation where these games are dictating seeding, playoff picture, and the intensity on both sides is matching that.
Yeah, a lot of chit-chat in this inning. A lot of testosterone going around, but that's all right. You still like to see the intensity because that shows that you care. And that's really important, especially these 2 best teams in this Eastern Division. So they both want the crown.
Rutherford swinging and missing, 0-2. And the reason why these games might be even more boiling over. First place is obviously a big thing in any regard, but first place in this division gets you an extra day before the start of the postseason, starting with a leg up on the 2 and 3 teams. As the 0-2 is swung on and missed, and that will do it for this top of the 4th inning. A lot of chatter. Pernetti, a lot of power. A solo home run. 1 hit, 1 run. Steamers lead now 3-0. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up now from Tarboro. Steamers adding one in the top half. A solo home run from Josh Pernetti. Nick Hussey, Kendall Pearson, and Pete Costantino. 6, 7, 8 hitters up to begin this inning. Clark Dearman back on the mound. His first pitch, another broken bat. This one looped out to center, a base hit. Leadoff man aboard for the River Bandits.
Another broken bat, this time a single. Unlucky for Clark Dearman. But going back to our previous story about Clark Dearman, what's going to make him become the starter that he wants to be at Presbyterian, and for him, that's the changeup. So every starter has a solid changeup, and he didn't necessarily have that, he said, in his earlier years at Presbyterian. He was more of a fastball slider guy. And that's what he's working on here, and it's shown well so far, and that's going to be the third pitch is what puts you into starter category. Relievers, necessarily 2, and starters 3. So, and Clark Dearman, obviously, I mean, getting good practice here in Edenton, being one of their main starters.
1-0, bouncing in 2-0, and I don't think anyone can forget the show he put on in his debut, your debut as well, in the broadcast booth that night. Struck out all 6 against the Fungo. First 2 innings of work as a Steamer. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
And we more of a little bit about that game in the press box last night. I asked Clark Dearman what his favorite memory was, and he mentioned that one, but he knew that that was kind of the obvious one.
He's worked himself back to an even count, and I would think for many, regardless of what he does the rest of the way, that'll be the one that sticks. First impressions matter.
Yeah, first impressions matter. That's what I was just about to say. It's a good way to, fit in with your teammates is, I don't know, strike out the first 6 hitters you face.
It kept it going into the next game. It struck out, I believe, it was his first 9 and then 11 of 12. And
I'll give you another example. It's not a first impression, but I think everyone likes Josh Pernetti a lot right now.
Yeah. Even 2-2 in the pitch. One inside, 3-2. Costantino awaiting. Pearson singled earlier, and this line drives another base hit. Green light being given around third. Hip just going to throw it in. It'll be cut off by Bishrot, and the River Bandits get one back. It's 3-1.
Good swing there. 3-2, sitting fastball as he should, and makes Clark Dearman pay there.
First baseman, number 46, Pete Costantino.
And not to put too much stock in what we saw in the top half of this inning, but when you have such an intense back and forth, to jump out like this right away in the inning, what kind of energy do you think that's putting on the Tarboro side?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Momentum's everything, and at least the score might be 3-1, but the momentum score is Tarboro in the lead.
0-1 to Costantino as a rabid fan base here tonight. Pitch misses, 1-1. He struck out swinging in the second inning. One, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Well, he's working on that changeup, but that doesn't mean the slider goes away. Clark Dearman's strong slider there. Needs a ground ball here.
And it's 1-2 outside, 2-2. Dearman's pitch outside, 3-2. Working deep into these counts. While this is just the 4th inning, it is just a 7-inning game. It feels a lot deeper in the game than scoreboard suggests. A 3-2 in there, called third strike. There is one away.
Big strikeout for Clark Dearman. A tiny momentum swing that he needed. Froze him there.
Now batting for River Bandits, the designated hitter, number 14, Jackson Cherry.
Jackson Cherry 0 for 1 coming at bat. And I know Papa Tom is out there somewhere saying, need a double play.
Yeah, need definitely here.
Here's pitch, ground. This one softly over shortstop. Hare's only going to have a play to first. His throw in time, and there is 2 away. Runner moves up to second base.
Quite the acrobat, and Jacob Bisharat doing a little split there to help Casey Hare out. Smart play for Casey Hare to go 1. Not risk the double play there. It's just softly hit. I know Papa Tom wants that double play, but Casey Hare made the smart play there.
Anthony Sherwin has singled and struck out. I do have to say I enjoy his walk-up song. First pitch missing, 1-0.
It's quite soothing.
It is.
But this is the at-bat of the game so far. Ray Sherwin could be the best hitter, if not one of the top 3 on Tarboro, and the guy in scoring position. This could be big here. A 1-run game is a lot bigger than a 2-run game for the River Bandits. And also to keep Clark Dearman's pitch count as low as possible, that is important as well.
1-1 in there, 1-2. And originally this game was slated to be just a staff game for the Steamers. They were going to roll through the bullpen this game. And Dearman stepped up and said, no, Coach, I got this one. This is on me. And testament to who he is as a pitcher. 1-2, bouncing in, 2-2.
You like that attitude out of Clark? That's what you need. Pitchers, they have to be cocky, have to be arrogant in a way, and because that translates to strikes and outs, usually. Can't say every time.
Not every time, but we'll see if it does here. Man on second, 2 away, 2-2 the count. Dearman's pitch, fouled. We'll do it all over again.
And he's going to have to work, though. Sherwin, one of the best at fouling pitches off, making the pitcher work. Guess that's what they teach him over there at Bucknell. Patriot League
Yes, it
school.
is. Bunch of bright individuals as well.
Yes, very good school.
2-2. One. Flown, foul, left side. Pernetti trying to get over to it, tripping a little bit. Doesn't matter, that one's out of play.
Well, Pernetti may hit dingers, but he did trip over himself running for that one.
It's okay. That one won't make the highlight reel. Home run will.
Pernetti, luckily, it's behind the camera. I think Tarboro's kind of giving him a hard time, and they're just laughing it off a little bit.
Two. Bouncing in, 3-2, and Dearman talked to you about it. Bearing down these full counts, long at bats. Chance for him to show it off once again. Crowd has thinned out from its peak here at Tarboro Municipal Stadium. It's Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Dollar Natties.
Ooh. That sounds fun for you, not so much fun for me. Maybe in October. How's
Didn't
that
make a
sound?
trip for that. 3-2. This one pops it in the air. Down the left field line, and run over is Ryan Kay. That'll land in foul territory, and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, Clark's got to keep pounding the fastball here. Sherwin's a little late. You mess around with the breaking ball, could go in the dirt. Problems could ensue, so I'd say just keep pounding the fastball, stay away, and if Sherwin is able to keep his hands inside and drive the other way, you just tip your cap and face the next guy.
Will Smith is the next guy. He's 1 for 2 with the single. 2 from Dearman. Up and in. Ball 4. 2 on with 2 out.
We went with the fastball, just couldn't quite get it there. Base is open now, so base was open, so now you have the force.
And it looks like Aiden Kuehl is up in the Steamers bullpen as Dearman's first pitch missing high, 1-0. Checking, going down for an appeal, no swing, 2-0.
Just missing up with the fastball. He's got a bear down here. And we'll take a look, Ray. We'll have a 2-0 mound visit here.
2-0 mound visit, a Brett Folk specialty. Talk to Dearman. Just try and settle him down.
No better time.
Some time to think, relax, and again, if you're just joining us this late in the season, you've missed what Brett Folk is all about out there in the mound visits. It's a lot of just instilling confidence.
Exactly. It doesn't really necessarily matter what he says too much. It's more just actually, I guess it does matter what he does say, because when we're talking confidence boost, and words are powerful, as I had a nice little voice crack there, so that's okay.
His philosophy, not going to correct you unless there's something overtly wrong. It's very clear to him. It's a 2-0 from Dearman in there for a strike, and that's his job working to a T there, going out for the 2-0 and getting the strike on the next pitch.
Yeah, maybe MVP of the game, Brett Folk, for the stream and for the 2-0 mound visit.
Runner goes, and that one fouled off, so he'll have to head on back. And for Folk, again, he's not changing too much unless he sees something very clearly wrong, but Marshall McDonald described him as a dog on the mound, someone with confidence regardless of the situation, and he instills that in his staff. 2-1, 2-out, 2-2 the count, pitch bouncing away from Brown, and he will go recover that, run the count full, 2 ducks on the pond.
Well, now, Ray, we got the most important pitch of the game so far. Infielders have to go across. A little more pressure now as the game-tying run is on second base in a speedy Sherwin, and that
it's 3-2, lined into right field. That's a base hit. We are going to have a tie ball game on the backs of an RBI single from Will Smith. And after an intense top of this inning, the River Bandits have responded, and the bats have come alive, a 3 spot in this inning, and that will be all for Clark Dearman.
Yeah, you gotta tip your cap to Will Smith there. Nice rip, opposite field single. Clark Dearman being in a 3-2 count. They sit fastball a little more often because he struggled getting his off speed over the plate, and as a result, Will Smith knew what to do with it. So now you got a new one. We'll look to shut this down.
And once Kuehl is done with his warm-ups, we'll come back to you here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. River Bandits have knotted up at 3. We'll be back when there's baseball to talk about. Aiden Kuehl on the mound now for the Steamers. Michael Tolberry, the 3-hitter for this River Bandits team, up to bat with a runner on first and 2 away. Game not up at 3. Tolberry takes a strike, 0-1, and we apologize, scoreboard not working right now. So again, we're working with what we got in terms of technology out here in Tarboro.
But if you have really good eyesight, you can watch the scoreboard on the field. But I don't have 20/20 enough to see that. So we'll inform you as we go along. How's that sound, right?
Yeah, you need to be Superman to see that.
Yeah.
It's 0-2.
Well, yeah. I don't think that's quite possible to see that, but maybe squinting with your face at the screen. But then again, I don't recommend that, so
No, not healthy.
we'll just tell you.
Yeah. Kuehl, 9 appearances, 18 innings pitched, a 3.50 ERA. And struck out 26 in that time, so also up there in strikeouts with this team. Here's 0-2, bounces in there, 1-2. Now runner moves up to second base.
Yeah, Will Smith very smart to run. Figured a curveball was coming, and a lot of spiked curveballs tonight. Alan Brown doing a good job back there, but makes it easy when you go in the first place to take second and be in scoring position.
1-2. Line drive, this one down the right field line and foul. And Dolberry, knowing he was just a few feet from changing the complexion of this ball game.
Yeah, it was a good rip. Dolberry and Will Smith, 2 hitters that do a phenomenal job hitting the ball the other way. Hitting the ball the other way hard. Will Smith we just saw, and Dolberry is known for doing that at historic kicks in the past.
1-2. In there for a called third strike, and that will do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. Fans don't love it here. A big inning for the River Bandits regardless. 3 hits, 3 runs. Game knotted up at 3. We head to the 5th inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. New pitcher for the River Bandits. Top of the order coming up for the Steamers. Before we get there, the Steamers are on the road, and we always like to tell you about Venture Tours. We're proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the Steamers for the 2021 season. Venture Tours Incorporated is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years. A mixture of hard work and family legacy helped to create Venture Tours Incorporated, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Myself, Ray Dunn, Adam Fine alongside me.
We got a good game on our hands, Ray.
Yes, we do. Ben Roberts now on the mound for the River Bandits. Hunter Cole leading off this inning for the Steamers. It's the top of the order. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Cole. And until that bottom of the fourth inning, the Steamers were cruising. Last time they were up at bat, Josh Pernetti, a solo home run, made 3-0. 3 runs for the River Bandits in that last half. So that pitch misses 1-1, and now this is a brand new ball game.
Yeah, we got the top of the order up for the Steamers. So Alan Brown with a nice knock, his first time up. So the Steamers are going to look to take the momentum right back.
2-1. Cole, so far, a walk, single, and came around to score on the Brown double you were talking about. Alan Brown awaiting on that on-deck circle. The pitch high, and now favorable count for Cole, 3-1. Roberts 3-1, and this one lifted to right field. Going back on it, and the catch made over his shoulder, and there is one away.
Well, a great swing there by Hunter Cole. Throws his arms up in disgust. He knew he got a lot of that one, just not quite enough. Robbed.
Yes. Good work out there, just getting to that. That's Pearson out in right field. First pitch to Brown. Bends in there for a strike, 0-1. For Brown so far, got into a fielder's choice, came around to score in the first, and an RBI double last time up. And this one bending away from the zone, 1-1.
A good lead there, back-to-back curveballs to AB.
One to him. Missing, 2-1. Three-inning sprint to the finish. Second game of the doubleheader. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Well, they'll even it up there. A little sword there for AB, but I assume he's still confident. He smoked the curveball that he saw in his last at-bat.
And the 2-2 takes this one into left center field. That's dropping for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Brown, and a one-out base runner for the Steamers.
AB, two strike hits. He's seeing the ball well in this 2 spot. And now Haney, someone who else is seeing the ball well.
Singled in his last go-around. Rounded out first time, 1 for 2. Hit his first home run earlier this evening in game 1. That Steamers on the board. So I got to bounce away. Brown headed to second base.
And just like that, a runner in scoring position. A lot of pass balls tonight, Ray.
It's been a lot of pitches just either overthrown by pitchers into the dirt or breaking balls that have broken so much so into the ground.
Too much. Yeah, a lot of interesting wild pitches, pass balls, you name it. Been a little bit of both tonight.
Missing 2-0.
This is 3+ counts that we've seen in this inning for the Steamers. Joe Haney looks to capitalize here. Assume he's got the green light ready to go, hunting the fastball. Well, green light means it has to be down the middle.
Yeah.
And that was not. So now it's 3-0.
Imagine he's taking here.
Yeah, I would too. Jackson Hips swinging a hot bat. Just keep prolonging the innings, a good thing. Pitch count does matter, so you don't want to swing out anything ridiculous.
Such as ball 4. 2 on with 1 out for Jackson Hip. And Hip is one of the guys who's pretty religious about going back and watching his at-bats. So when he found out that our live stream did not get up on the air after the first game, to say he was crushed might be an understatement.
Yeah, well, listen, Jackson Hip. How about you do it in this at-bat and you can watch that one? Pretty opportune time, huh? Don't you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a good time for it.
I think another reason Jackson Hip likes to watch his at-bats again is because he likes to listen to my beautiful voice and yours as well.
I'm going to venture to say that's not true.
I tried.
Yeah. You got to sell it a little bit better to us, okay?
Exactly. This is another opportune time for Jackson Hip to come up big. He's come up big all season in key spots. Line drive percentage through the roof. The averages kicking up there as well.
First pitch to him in there for a strike.
That might have been the best one he'll see all at bat, but he's got two more. Someone who can hit the curveball. So he should be okay if he can see it out of the hand.
Middle infielder shaded up, and he fouls that one. If there was no net, right back to us.
Got no glove, but I think we would have made the catch.
Probably. I like to think so.
Always protecting our expensive equipment over here.
I will take one to the face sooner than I will let the equipment take one. 0-2. This one ground to third. Slowly. Chance for two. There's one. Throw to first is not in time. And there's runner on the corners with two away.
Little jam shot there by Hip. Good job keeping the ball in play. Now you can advance the runner
The shortstop,
for Casey Hare.
number 15, Casey Hare.
Casey Hare has struck out and grounded out so far. Hip over on first. Brown over on third. First pitch to Hare, up and away, 1-0. Hare coming into this game hitting 246, so a 424 on base percentage. Does have the lone home run as Hip goes. That ball gets through, kicks around, and Hip's over to second base. Brown would have had to have left immediately and just did not want to risk it. Take the bat out of Hare's hands.
Well, that just shows trust in your teammates. Alan Brown, knowing that Casey Hare has the ability to hit him in, didn't want to risk anything there. But still, I think he would have got there, but you can't hesitate. You hesitate once, can't go, and you'll probably be out, so smart play by Alan Brown there.
Roberts stepping off. Pernetti awaits on deck.
Well, it's kind of a similar situation here, Ray. Got a base open, Casey Hare up with 2 outs, and Josh Pernetti on deck. When was the last time you saw that?
Oh, that was a fun time. Thank you for the memory of that. Could you imagine if we had to call another Grand Clam?
It doesn't matter what inning it is. Another Grand Clam would be pretty cool. Ray, you're clever with that, man. Took all the highlights with your call of saying it was a Grand Clam. Appreciate that. But I assume Casey Hare's got the take sign on right now, especially with the hot Pernetti up to bat next.
And he takes ball 4. Pernetti, bases loaded, 2 outs. And Adam, you said it. We've seen this one before.
Yeah, tie game as well. I mean, the only difference here is the inning. Everything else is exactly the same. And I think Tarboro knows it too. I wouldn't be surprised to see a steady diet of off speed here, but then again, you have to be careful. Alan Brown going to definitely be on his toes to look to score on a pass ball.
Last time up, Pernetti went long ball. Solo shot, made it 3-0 at the time. That was just last inning.
Here's another thing that's very important, Ray. If Pernetti were to get ahead in the count here, he's going to get fastballs because he's not going to want to lose them here and walk in a run. So Pernetti should be hunting fastball. Not there, though, is that nice change piece down and away.
Bases loaded. 1-1 the count. And 2 away. Roberts' pitch, bouncing in there, 2-1. Pace of this one slowed down considerably after the first 3.
Yeah, the first 3-4 innings always fly by, and then it's a slow race to the finish. That was the case in the previous game as well, and last night.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Well, Pernetti knew he missed his chance at the fastball there. Good location on the outer half. So we're down to the same sort of situation here with Josh Pernetti. You got to protect.
2
Base hit
strikes.
can do.
Yes, 2 strikes. And the base is loaded and 2 outs. The pitch to him bounces in, and Brown's going to try and score. Brown hustling in. He'll get up standing, and the Steamers take a 4-3 lead on the pitch that gets to the backstop.
Better awareness there by AB. He knew he wasn't going to let that. He knew he was not about to let that opportunity slide once again. Now you got to go across if you're in the infield with the base open. I wouldn't be surprised to see. Now, I mean, if I'm a betting man, which I can't due to NCAA compliance, I would say Pernetti is not going to see a fastball here with the base open, and Jacob Bishrat on deck.
You mentioned Bishrat on deck, entered the game for Jacob Mustaine after Mustaine was thrown out. 2 ducks on the pond, full count pitch to Pernetti, and he fouls this one off.
Very advanced approach there, spoiling that pitch. Pernetti becoming a complete hitter right in front of our eyes.
We'll do it all over again. Roberts looking in, didn't like what he saw at first, now coming set, and his pitch to Pernetti. In there for a call, 3rd strike, and that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. Steamers put 1 on the board. 1 hit. They leave 2 on base. They lead 4-3 as we head to the bottom half of this 5th inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Tarboro Municipal Stadium. 4-5-6 coming up for the River Bandits. Before we get there, the new 2021 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at Historic Kicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear.
Leading off for your River Bandits at the bottom of the 5th inning, the 3rd baseman, number 6,
Aiden Kuehl still on the mound. Ben Jones coming to bat. Jones has ground into a pair of fielder's choices. Kuehl's first pitch. Just missing. 1-0. Right-hander from Roanoke College.
The Noke.
The Noke. Foul tips that one. Is that a thing? Or are we making that a thing?
No, I think that's a thing.
Is it a thing?
We'll have to ask Aiden after the game to confirm, but I think it's like the nickname. It's like, you know, Hawk Hill or
Hawk
the
Hill.
Noke.
The Noke.
Or I don't know what Temple
Like
has,
they
but
should sell that on T-shirts. Cherry and the white, you know that. Ooh, that's one of those tough ones. Just putting his bat out there, and ends up tipping it 1-2.
you know, they have to say TU, SJU, the Noke.
Noke, I like it. I like get a T-shirt that says the Noke.
Nah, I bet Aiden Kuehl has one.
Probably.
He could probably borrow, except he's 6'5", so I don't know if that works.
Wouldn't fit me. 1-2 from Kuehl, up and away.
Like to see Kuehl challenge him with that high fastball, though. 2 big swing and misses up in the zone.
This one lined into left center field, a base hit. Jones around first, thinking 2, and he's going to head on down to second base. He'll get there standing up. A leadoff double for Jones, and a runner in scoring position to start this inning.
Batting for your River Bandits, the catcher, number 26, Levi Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal swing. Couldn't hit the fastball there for Jones, but so decided to take the curveball. Kuehl kind of hung that one a little bit. I'll have to bear down here. And work through his 5th inning of work. Not his 5th inning. The game, is in the 5th. I think we all understand.
We got it. Aguila's first pitch to him is missing, 1-0. As Kuehl right now represents a bullpen that's somewhat thinned out on arms for tonight specifically. Kuehl, Bagley, and Baumgartner, the 3 on my count that remain options. And one bending in there for a strike, 1-1. And saw Kaufman deliver 1 single pitch last night.
2 outs, 1 pitch.
Efficiency.
Efficiency.
But you saw Michael Allen for 2 1/3 last night. Saw Bates earlier today. Saw Gibson earlier today. I went in there for a strike, 1-2. Duncan earlier today. So
Could be interesting tomorrow.
it could be interesting tonight, the rest of the way.
Exactly. Yeah, Ben Kaufman, 1 pitch, 2 outs, and the win. Not often you'll see that.
This one flared out towards right field. That's going to drop in there, a base hit. Stop sign over at third base. Runners in the corners with nobody out for the River Bandits.
And now you got to run on first, so double play is in order. Wouldn't be surprised to see corners up, though, and attack the play at the plate.
Nick Hussey, a base hit and a strikeout so far. 1 for 2. Came around to score in the 4th inning. Merlin Field ranged up the middle. 0-1. Hussey, Pearson, and Cosentino due up. Field now thrown on over to first. Kermode over there at first right now.
Interesting. You know, I got Pernetti behind the plate, Bishrod at third. A little switcheroo.
One is popped into the air in foul territory. Kermode gave it a look. That one's going to end up out of play.
Yeah, now we have Kermode, outfielder, catcher, hits bombs, and plays first base.
Is Kermode going to be the guy this year that plays every position? You think we can get him in the middle infield at some point?
Maybe. If anyone, it might be Bishrod.
Throw over.
Because Bishop has those middle infield skills, as you can see at third base. We've seen him play first. We've seen him catch. I bet he could hold down the outfield.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those catchers. I would imagine. The 0-2. Just missing 1 and 2. Joe Haney, if you don't count catching, is a really good candidate for that. Left field, right field already down. Second base, third base. He's getting there.
He is getting there.
Here's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. 1 away.
Huge strikeout. Now the double play is in order. And you can catch your breath a little bit if you're in the steamer dugout.
On the flip side, if you are the River Bandits, how likely are you to try and send Aguila over there at first base?
I'd say very likely. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to a hit and run here.
Goes first pitch, foul back.
It's rare you see hit and runs in summer ball. So I would say that would not happen. But yeah, you got to push the issue anyway on second base. Then again, though, there is the risk that runs with it. With 2 outs now, you need a base hit to score the guy on third. So take your pick.
Time call by Pernetti. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Throw over again, and well aware of Aguila being able to run over. Does that ever concern you to throw over to first when you got a guy on third?
No, that never concerns me. Unless it's a throw over, then you'll easily score. You're never going to see anyone take off at third on a regular routine pickoff to first.
0-2, and that's more what I'm talking about in that case. The chance, the concern of that.
Right-handed pitchers pick off thousands of times. They do that in practice, and the first baseman understands the situation. So, I mean, it's a 1 in a million chance. Not 1 in a million, but it's a 90+% chance that it'll be okay. Especially you need to keep the runner on the first. So I understand the situation. Yeah, even we practice being on third, and we're told by our coaches to take a couple steps towards the plate as there's a pickoff to first, if we're on third. But I always kind of just roll my eyes in my head and say, I mean, it's not like anything's going to happen anyways. But
we'll
be practice.
Yeah, we'll be sure to check in on that if you're ever on third and the ball goes by at first. Though with your speed, that's probably an easy bag.
Yeah. My St. Joe's coaches, if you listened to that, no, you didn't, because I promise you I work hard at practice.
1-2 to Pearson. And pitch lifted to center field. Hip going back towards the wall, looking up, and this is a brand new ball game. A 3-run home run for Kendall Pearson has made it 6-4 in favor of the River Bandits.
Yeah, Pearson gets all that one. Tough pitch there for Kuhl, and that's a whole different ball game. Stealing or not, did not matter. 6-4 River Bandits.
And if my eyes are correct, I believe that's Tyrus Bumgardner, who has quickly gotten up and started just tossing in the bullpen. Pete Cosentino, who has struck out a pair of times coming to bat. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Breaking one out of the zone, 1-1, and At this point, it's just limited damage, getting yourself out of the inning, let your bats go to work.
Yeah, I mean, there's still time left. You still got 6 more outs for the Steamers, and a 2-run game is nothing because of the offense that they've been displaying lately. I mean, they scored 10 in game 1. They had 2 3-run home runs, so just like that, one more of those, and the lead is right back on the Steamers side. So no need to sweat it if you're Marshall McDonald.
Tip in the glove, 2-2. Costantino, then Jackson Cherry. Two. Foul tip into the glove. He is struck out. There are 2 away.
And once again, you got a good comeback. Best way to follow up a home run is a strikeout. So Edenton bearing down. Good job there.
It's the designated hitter, number 14, Jackson Cherry.
Cherry 0 for 2 so far. Kuehl's first pitch. Ground ball slowly over to second base. Haney goes off his glove and Cherry is on base.
Yeah, weird hop there. And that's really all it comes down to right there. It's not what you want to see for the Steamers. And now you got Marshall McDonald taking that tip from the mound.
It's the shortstop, number 4, Anthony Shirley.
And Marshall pointing out to the bullpen, and I believe that will be it for Aiden Kuehl. Looking like it's going to be Tyrus Baumgartner. We'll have more on him, more on this game when we come back. It's 6-4 in favor of the River Bandits now. We'll be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Right-hander Tyrus Baumgartner has come into the game for the Steamers. His first pitch missing 1-0. Right-hander from West Virginia State University. 8th appearance of this summer. 2-0. Anthony Sherwin up to bat. Walked last go around in the 4th. Other than that, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Swing and a miss at the 2-0, 2-1.
Good adjustment there by Tyrus Baumgartner. Sailed the first 2 a little bit and gets on top of that one.
And Tyrus has really come into form the last couple of times we've seen him.
Yeah, I mean, his appearance against the Twins was sensational. I mean, he's really starting to come into his own.
It's 2-1 lifted. There to center field. Hip ranging a little bit back and forth, able to make the catch, and that will do it for the 5th inning, but not before a big fly from Kendall Pearson. 3 runs, 3 hits, and the River Bandits have the lead. It's 6-4. We'll be back with the 6th inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Sixth inning on the way for the Edenton Steamers, coming to bat in the top half of it. Jacob Bisharat, first opportunity to bat in this game. He's in the game. Jacob Mustaine thrown out after striking out in the 4th. Ryan Kay and Daniel Rutherford due up. 7, 8, 9 in the order. Team finds itself down 2 after a 3-run home run from Kendall Pearson in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bisharat barreled one last night.
Yes, he did. I thought it was gone, but turns out Teal Monster had other plans.
0-2.
Like to see him be aggressive there. So, but now he's got to protect, choke up on the bat, make it happen with that.
Bisharat did have a hit in the first game between these two teams. 0-2, and this one up and away.
Just a bit inside.
Just slipped out of the hand.
Yeah, happens every once in a while. People like to make fun of that, but believe me, it does happen. Sometimes you just don't get your right grip and you'll lose a little bit of it.
Imagine a hot night like tonight happens a little bit more frequently than it would.
Well, pitchers like to sweat, which is like profusely. So sometimes that can, I guess, get in the way of the ball.
1-2. This one fouled. One found its way into the Steamers dugout. I'm not sure how it ricocheted perfectly. Almost caught Marshall McDonald.
Unfazed over there, Marshall McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Guy's an animal. Fantastic coach.
Sounds like someone who needs playing time next year.
Yeah, you know, it's all part of the plan for me.
1-2. Lifts this one down the right field line, ranging along foul territory. And the ball is going to fall out of the glove of Costantino and drop foul. So new life for Bisharat.
New life. So far, when the Steamers have had new life, they've done well. Jackson Hip, case in point, with his walk-off when he foul tipped it, and the umpire thought it was a clear swing and miss, but the other umpires on the field convinced him otherwise.
The other Jacob on this team tonight, Jacob Mustaine. 3-run home run to center after catcher missed pop-up in foul territory. Bisharat's got to line that one right to Ben Jones at third base. There is one away.
Well, the new life led to a barrel, but unluckily, right to the third baseman. Not the start.
The left fielder, number 20.
Not the result you're looking for the Steamers. You need the leadoff guy on, but Bishrot did what he could, but not quite.
Ryan Kay coming to bat, 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground out. Pops the first one up over the grandstand. 0 and 1.
Didn't bang on the top ahead of us, so I'm okay. You would have been okay regardless.
The metal scares you a little bit, we know.
Yeah. It's loud.
0-1. Might broken another bat. Ground that one slowly to shortstop. Sherwin going to try and throw him out. Not in time. A one-out base runner, infield single for Ryan Kay.
Well, sorry to our GM Tyler Russell because Ryan Kay has 2 broken bats this game. He's going to need some new lumber.
Number 25, Daniel Rutherford.
But the bright side, base knock.
Base knock. Daniel Rutherford coming to bat. So far, a pair of strikeouts and conversation on the mound about to ensue. Don't know if something had happened coming off the mound there. Maybe a bit of awkward step. I don't know what would really warrant a mound meeting, putting Ryan Kay on with that weak of a single. And that's what'll do it, a pitching change. That's all we're gonna see from Roberts tonight. When we come back, there's a new pitcher, we'll talk about it. You're tuned into the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel where the Steamers trail the River Bandits 6-4 in the 6th inning. Graham Carroll, a right-hander now in the game for the Tarboro River Bandits. An interesting decision there to switch the pitcher. I don't know, pitch counts, that doesn't really apply in summer ball as much, so I'm curious as to where it came from, but it happened.
Yeah, I mean, the Tarboro coach likes to really dazzle us and confuse us up here, but I mean, it's lead to this situation for DR with 1 out. A little submarine action. I'm not sure if DR has seen a ton of submarine in his day.
First pitch missing, 1-0, and coming into tonight, 1 for his first 4 ABs. They also had another plate appearance. That was a walk, so 200, 400, 200 is what you're looking at.
Also a pretty speedy guy. I'm not going to lie.
2-0.
He has the right approach so far, laying off that. I'm not even sure if I call that a change for a two-seam. I think the submarine action just naturally has run away from DR in that situation. Looking for something inside.
2-0, catching the outer portion of the plate, 2-1. Top of the order awaits. Hunter Cole on deck. After him, Alan Brown. Brown with a pair of hits. 2-1, missing 3-1.
However, going back to Rutherford's speed, I mean, he told me he runs under a 7. That's very impressive.
Really?
So, I'm not sure. I think I believe it. I saw that speed running home last night.
3-1 to him, and he's going to ground this one up the middle. That one's getting through for a base hit. Kay now quickly around second, going back in there, and he'll get back. A bit of a deep breath in for the Steamers watching that happen.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But nice knock by DR. Have taken the right approach there, staying through the middle, and Ryan Kay, I think, a little confused over there at second base. That's okay.
All is well that ends well.
Exactly.
Tying run, standing on first base. Go ahead run represented by Hunter Cole at the dish with 1 away and 2 on.
It's been a while since Hunter Cole's had a home run. Josh Frenetti now caught up to him tied at 6. But I feel like this is Hunter Cole's type, if he had a pitcher type. Likes the ball to run in towards his bat. Handles inside pitches extremely well, so only takes one missed spot here for Hunter Cole to send one into the night.
He did hit a pretty deep fly ball last time around.
He's seen it well.
1-0, catching the outer portion of the plate, 1-1. One for 2. Run scored, a stolen base, and a walk for him before this plate appearance. Had 2-1 now. We mentioned in the open, he came into the night leading every major statistical category really offensively for this team. 333 average, 427 on base percentage, the 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in, fouls that off, evens the count up. Two on, 1 out, 2-2 the count. Carroll getting a good look in there. And his pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, the tough pitch there. Outer half of the plate. Painted. Not much you can do if you're Hunter Cole, but now it's all up to Case Kermode.
Alan Brown lifted from this game. Kermode in the game. That was the slew of defensive changes. Pernet moved from third base to catcher. Bisharat coming in as now Kermode putting this one down the right field line. Second baseman coming on and making the catch. That's Will Smith. A good job by him catching that pop fly down the line to end this inning. No runs, a pair of hits. The Steamers leave a pair trail by 2. 6-4 River Bandits. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 6th inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up of 7 in this second game of the doubleheader between the Steamers and River Bandits. Will Smith, Michael Dolberry, and Ben Jones. Batters 2, 3, and 4 for this team coming to bat. And Tyrus Bumgarner back on the mound.
Well, Will Smith's had himself a night. 2 knocks, an incredible play in the Bermuda Triangle, and that's 3 hits right there.
Takes the first pitch to left field, a base hit. Man on.
First pitch hacking. Will Smith putting his name all over tonight.
Yes, he is. His 2-run single in the 4th was what tied the game at 3. I see Zach Bagley now in the bullpen, starting to throw a little bit. Dolberry fouling this one off.
A little check swing type thing there, a little slow motion swing.
He's walked, grounded into a fielder's choice, and struck out. Now going down to talk his third base coach. This will be the Papa Tom sponsored double play scenario right now. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
That 12-6 is working for Tyrus Bumgarner.
Runner goes, swing and a miss at that one. He is struck out, and there is one away, and now a runner in scoring position.
And a 1-2-3 big out for Bumgarner.
Now batting for your River Bandits, the third baseman, number 6, Ben Jones.
Ben Jones is grounded into a pair of fielder's choices, also doubled in the 5th and was brought home on the home run from Kendall Pearson that put the River Bandits ahead 6-4. Gardner's pitch, low and away, and there was a thought there in Smith's mind about running on down to 3rd.
But a phenomenal job by Josh Brunetti back there. Some side-to-side movement there on that block. Big time stuff.
Gardner. This one ground to 3rd. Bishrot feeling it cleanly. The throw over to 1st in time, and there are 2 away.
And a big play. That ball was smoked by Jones. Way to check the runner as well. Very important by Bishrot. Now we got 2.
2 down. Levi Aguila. For Aguila, 1 for 2. With a walk, scored a run last time around. First pitch, grounded to that River Bandits dugout. A couple of guys trying to make a play on it. It's going to roll on down towards the left field line, 0-1. Time caller. Just how much attention is it worth paying to that runner on 2nd right now while you got 2 outs?
I mean, Will Smith has speed, so you have to at least keep an eye as he shuffles a little bit there. But you can't worry too much to where it affects your performance on the batter, because I still don't see Will Smith going here with 2 outs. The bases scores him regardless.
Inside 1-1.
Good question, Ray.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Blind squirrel finds nut every once in a while.
It's you and that saying, man.
I love it. 1-1, that one bouncing in. Smith going to test him. The throw down to 3rd, just down towards the dugout. So he had that one on line. Might have been a chance for a play there.
Yep, but Will Smith uses the speed. Good read. Read the dirt ball read there. Now you don't have to worry about him at all. And just focus on the hitter if you're Tyrus Bumgardner.
This one grounded back to Bumgardner. Runs it over, toss over to Kermode, and that will do it for the inning. A hit for the River Bandits. They leave one 90 feet away, do not score, but lead this one 6-4 as we head to the 7th inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Tarboro Municipal Stadium. Steamers' last chance, trailing by 2 coming up. Before we get there, Venture Tours is excited to announce the return of their Atlantic City Casino day trips. You don't have to break your piggy bank to visit Atlantic City for the day. Tickets are $85. You must be 21 years or older to participate. The trip includes $35 in free slot play at Resorts Casino. These Saturday trips offer exciting escorted trips where you can ride in comfort and luxury. If you are interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the Steamers for the 2021 season. We do owe you a trivia answer. We've been delaying it. We've been holding out on you. Brian Hill is the correct answer. So to Chad Johnson and Scott Willie, good stuff tonight.
Scott Willie, undefeated, man.
It's going to be tough to catch Scott Willie in the standings. As for the standings in the Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division, as Haney lines that one foul 0-2.
Just snuck down the left field line there. All you need to do is get on base, let Jackson hit, and the rest hit you in. As the Steamers have 3 outs to make up this 2-run deficit here.
Right, and if they're unable to do so, they will fall back to 2.5 back. Going into tomorrow night's home game against Tarboro. So put your rally caps on, Edenton. Haney, Hip, Hare, Triple H. One, two, outside, 2-2. Graham Carroll. Still humming it in. Steamers led this one 3-0 at one point. Riverbandits came back, tied it up at 3. Steamers took a 4-3 lead, and a 3-run home run from Kendall Pearson gave it the score you see right now. 2-2 keeps Haney alive.
Good fight here from Haney.
Carroll's 2-2. Outside, 3-2.
Base hit ball 4 here for Joe Haney. Still got to stay aggressive, though. But hunt that. Be ready for that pitch on the outer half to run away from him.
Carroll's full count offering. Outside, ball 4, and he works it back for a leadoff walk. Man on and nobody out.
Seven pitch at bats, number 7 here in the 7th inning. And it's now Hip's turn.
Hip doubled home a run in the 1st inning. Aside from that, a line out and a grounding into a fielder's choice. Homered in the 1st game this evening. We're approaching the 11 o'clock hour.
It's getting late over here in Tarboro. Not too late for some action.
1-0 and they're 1-1. One. Popped into the air. Catch made, 1 away.
Tough at bat for Hip there. Good pitch. Just got a little bit under that one.
Casey Hare walked last time around, other than that, a ground out and a strikeout. 0 for 2, and that is all for Carroll. We will have a pitching change, which is 2 outs left to go in this bottom of the 7th. We'll come back with a new man on the mound for Tarboro. They lead 6-4 in what could be the final frame of tonight's game. Ryan Insko now on the mound for the River Bandits. He'll be tasked with Casey Hare and Josh Pernetti at least. As Carroll removed from this game after getting Jackson Hip to pop out. Did allow a leadoff walk to Joe Haney, and that's put us in our current situation. Hare fouls the first one back. Oh, 1. Line drive. This one into left center field, a base hit. Haney coming around second, hustling towards third. The throw into third base. Safe at third base. Ben Jones can't believe it. Casey Hare uses the time to make it to second base. There are 2 ducks on the pond for Josh Pernetti.
What a swing. Casey Hare taking it the other way. That's what he's known best for here in Edenton. And now we have a lot of disagreements here for the men in purple. On that play at third base with Joe Haney pushing the issue. I'd like to see him be aggressive there. Now Panetti, here it comes again. Same moment, different game.
Corner infielders. Third baseman on the grass. First baseman a step off. First pitch missing. And they might have somewhat of a case on the Haney play over there. It was very close at third base. Throw, had it been just straight in the air, probably gets him. Had the bounce that took third baseman a little bit to the side. Ben Jones, third baseman, couldn't believe that they didn't get him. So 1-0, missing 2-0.
Now Pernetti's looking for that fastball, 2-0 count. No Brett Folk to make a mound visit here. And I'd say Pernetti's confident in his approach.
The 2-0. Bends that one back to the zone in the back door. 2-1. That's just not what he wanted. Not the pitch he's looking for.
Pitched on the corner. Smart by Pernetti not to be hacking at that one.
The 2-1. Checks, and they're going to say he offered at it. 2-2.
Well, Pernetti's got to put a ball in play. He's got to do the job. Get at least one in. 2 would just be a cherry on top.
He chokes up.
And I guess a home run would be some whipped cream on top. That would be the game winner.
Time called here. Bisharat awaiting on deck. Lined out his last time up. 2 in scoring position. 1 out, 2-2. Pitch to Pernetti. Low and in, 3-2.
Very impressive take there. That curveball started over the plate, curved out of there. Very impressive by the freshman.
Clutch ABs. See what he can do once again. The hero from last night facing a full count. Insko's pitch. Grounds this one foul. Down the first base line, right in and out of Brett Folk's hands.
He's a pitching coach for a reason.
We thank him for letting us use the hot spot. I won't trash anything on his fielding capabilities in this one.
Let's try it again here with Pernetti.
Insko's 3-2. Bounces in, Pernetti's walked, and the bases are now loaded with 1 out for Jacob Bisharat.
First baseman, number 13, Jacob.
Professional at bat. That's all I got to say there for Pernetti. Ahead of his years. Great eye. And now it's Bisharat's turn to be the hero tonight. A reminder, there is 1 out. And Ryan Kay with his third piece of lumber on the night is on deck, just in case things go south here with Bisharat.
Insko's first pitch. Lines. That one is off the glove of the second baseman into right field. 1 run scores. Stop sign put on for Hare. And it's now 6-5.
First pitch swing and Bisharat gets it done. A very smart hold there by Marshall McDonald on Casey Hare. Throw was on the money. He would have been out. And now Ryan Kay with the responsibilities of tying this thing.
Okay, singled last go around, 1 for 3. Insko's pitch. Inside, 1-0.
1 out. Double play in order here. Get the corners up. Middle back. 1-0 to K.
Grounds this one to shortstop. Chance for a double play. Kicks off the glove of the shortstop. 1 run scores. Pernetti coming around third base. And the Steamers will take a 7-6 lead here in the 7th inning.
Another error. Costly mistake for Tarboro. And now the Steamers capitalize once again. It's deja vu here in Tarboro.
Put the ball in play.
And good things happen. Say it with me, Ray.
That'll bring up Daniel Rutherford. And I got to come back to lifting the pitcher who had just gotten the out. Graham
Didn't
Carroll.
really pay off for him there, Ray. Steamer bats are taking advantage. Man, they are clutch.
First pitch, Rutherford misses. Singled last go around, 1 for 3. Since Hip popped out, a single, a walk, a single, and now an error on what could have been a game-ending double play. Insko's pitch. Rutherford grounding this one to second. Another chance for a double play. Toss over to second. There's one. Throw to first in time. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a bottom of the 7th inning to talk about.
Exactly. We'll see you real soon as it'll come down to the wire here in Tarboro.
3 runs, 2 hits by this Steamers offense, which fails to quit any night. Chance to lock up and steal one here at Tarboro when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up before we get to the big situation brewing in front of us. Fans, summer starting, and you know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. Bill Gardner's Biggs Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, graduation gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Thank you to Bill Gardner and Biggs Cadillac Buick GMC for their support of the Steamers and sponsoring our newest addition to historic Hicks Field. Adam?
Ray.
The Steamers tallying 3 in the top half of this inning, keeping themselves alive, and not only that, a chance to win it.
Pretty poetic, Ray, if I do say so myself. It came down to the error once again we saw with Joe Haney last night. The fly ball in between short and left field fell, led to Pernetti, and now the error led to runs as it is now 7-6.
And just an error on each side tonight. Last night, a little more crooked out there. I believe it was 5 errors for the Steamers, 3 for the River Bandits. But this is difference between first and second is just executing. Ben Kaufman, left-hander from Bluefield College, is on the mound and hits Nick Hussey to start this inning.
And now you got Kendall Pearson up. You can end it with one swing. He did it already this game.
Now batting for your River Bandits, the right fielder, number 48, Kendall Pearson.
Pearson has had himself an evening. 3 for 3, As you mentioned, the one big swing, 3-run home run that made it 6-4. Kaufman coming into this one, 10th appearance of the summer. He's pitched 12 innings, and now we've got some River Bandits coaches coming onto the field. And they're going to go look at Nick Hussey, who's hobbling around. Back to Kaufman. 10th appearance, 12 innings pitched, a 6 ERA. Struck out 12 in those 12 innings. Got the win last night. Got 2 outs with 1 pitch. The top of the 9th inning. Of course, we know what happened at the bottom of the 9th.
We do. It's all over social media. Big one from Pernetti.
Kaufman looking in. His first pitch to Pearson. A swing and a miss.
Good start for Kaufman. That's what you like to see there. Now he can work a little more as he pleases with what pitch selection he wants to use here.
One. Upstairs, 1-1. Interesting to see how limited Hussey is running-wise after being hit. I think they could put him in motion at some point. 1-1 in there, 1-2.
Yeah, and Hussey over there, happy feet, as we like to call Casey Harry. He's moving around a little bit. He's faking like he's going to go, so trying to get Kaufman off his game. Kaufman, however, unfazed, as it should be. I don't think Hussey's at full strength of speed right now.
And the 1-2. Ground ball, foul. First base line.
A couple inches to the left there, and that would have been trouble for the River Bandits. But we'll do it again.
Kaufman's 1-2, a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there's one away.
Huge pitch from Kaufman, and now he is one pitch away. Got the double play last night, and it's in order tonight.
Pinch hitter for the River Bandits, Jack Kulamovic, getting an opportunity. First pitch to him. Missing, 1-0. And we're getting another timeout here and sending out a pinch runner for Hussey. So I guess they didn't like what they were seeing down there from him in terms of health. And they will lift him from this game. Cam Hassard, Villanova kid. Kulamovic, he's been one of the regulars for the River Bandits this season.
Big spot here for Kulamovic, and Hassard might mess around and try and take second.
One-0 inside, 2-0. The faithful that have remained, some from Edenton, most from Tarboro. Little chatter. 2-0 is lifted to left field. Kay going back and makes the catch. There are 2 away.
Well, the fans here were saying missed it, but Ryan Kay made the catch. Huge out as Kulamovic hit that one really well the opposite way.
And Ryan Kay read that well.
He did.
number 14.
He's been putting in the work, and now it's really here to show. Definitely got to shout out Marshall McDonald. He was hitting fly balls before the game. Just a terrific coach in Marshall McDonald. And great play by Ryan Kay as well.
Yes, absolutely. 2 away, runner on first still. It's Hassert. Jackson Cherry to the dish. Kaufman, this pitch off of Pernetti's glove after going upstairs. Runner now on second base. It's 1-0.
Well, just in case you haven't had enough drama tonight, now there's a runner in scoring position, and with Hassert's speed, I would assume most base hits would score him.
Base hit to left. I'd love to see Kay's arm trying to get him at the plate, if it has to come to that. 1-0 is skied deep to center field. Hip going back, and that one will win the ball game for the River Bandits. A 2-run walk-off home run for Jackson Cherry has given Tarboro the victory. On back-to-back nights, the teams have traded walk-off wins on each other's home fields. The final in this one is 8-7. A back-and-forth affair throughout. Adam, take us through it.
Wow, back and forth is right. I mean, that ball was hit well. Nothing to really hang your heads about with the Steamers. They fought hard, and didn't really come down to the strikeouts tonight. Both teams avoided that pretty well. Came down to the long ball.
2 teams hitting it well in this second game. 8-7, like I said, the final. Steamers win the first one 10-0 in this doubleheader. Difference between a good and a great day. Good day, you get 1 on the road in the doubleheader. Great would have been 2. However, still 2 of 3 thus far in this 4-game set with the River Bandits. Makes tomorrow night, all that more important.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, tomorrow, like, if they end up with a split, the Steamers end up with a split here, it turns into a mediocre or somewhat of a disappointment against this series. And a win tomorrow night is a huge win, because then that'll take the series. So tomorrow night is where all the marbles lay for both Tarboro and the Clams.
Yes, ace on the mound for the Steamers. Jared Davis getting the start. Friday night at historic Hicksfield. It's sure to be rocking. It's sure to be a great time there. We will talk to you then. Again, the final from Tarboro Municipal Stadium. The Tarboro River Bandits 8, Edenton Steamers 7. They split the doubleheader. We thank you all so much for tuning in, bearing with us through another rough day of technical issues. For Adam Fine,